Okay, what is antimicrobial resistance and what is been called a silent killer in recent WHO articles? Antimicrobial resistance has become one of the most serious public health threat, and why it has become so? Because it has taken more than 7 lakh people's life per year. After 2015, if we see the data, it has been on an average it has been taking more than 7 lakh people's lives every year, and this number could reach up to 10 million by the year 2050 if appropriate action or sufficient action is not taken to combat this threat. What are antimicrobials actually? You might have heard about the microbes like bacteria, virus, fungi, parasites. The drugs or medicine that we use to treat these microbes are called antimicrobials. Antimicrobial resistance. Over the time, when we use such drugs like antibiotic, antivirals to cure the infection arising out of these virus or these bacterials, you may call the category, the microbes got the ability to resist such antimicrobial drugs. Like if we talk about the bacteria, we are giving some antibiotic to a patient who has been infected by a bacteria. So some bacteria in his body might give resistance to those medicines or those antibiotics that are being given to him. So over the time that number could increase, and such bacteria or virus or antimicrobes could got resistance to the multiple drugs. Same is the case with the other virals and fungi, fungus and infection arising out of the fungi or parasites. Why it is become a global, it has become a global concern because the emergence and spread of the drug resistant pathogens. The pathogens, are the disease causing agents have acquired new resistance mechanisms. Such pathogens have acquired new mechanisms, and these are spreading rapidly from person to person or person to animal or animal to person. That has, in some cases, anti such bacteria or other microbes good resistance to the multiple drugs that are given to cure those, and such bacteria or such infections are called superbugs because they are not cured even by the specifically targeted antibacterial or antimicrobial medicines. And cost of AMR, cost of antimicrobial resistance, the is increasing day by day because more and more people are getting infected by such viruses or such bacteria, because of which the poor countries or the developing countries are incapable to pay, because you may think about it, like a patient got admitted because of such infection. First, the productivity given by that labor is being lost. Second, we'll have to spend more and more on the cure of or treatment of those patients. So it is causing or impacting a cost on such economies, even on the developed countries, but more are affected in poor and developing countries. What accelerates the emergence and spread of antimicrobial resistance? So you might understand better by this picture. Like some antibacterial or antiviral drugs are given to animals to cure them. When meat of such animals is being eaten by anyone, so that person also got resistant to such bacteria or viruses. That an animal can have antibacterial or antimicrobial resistance that can transfer to human beings from that meat also, or by the feces of those animals that may enter into the food chain also. Like it may go into the soil, from there into crop, and then to the human food also, and that can lead to a community transmission also. And what are the other ways? Other ways like a person got infected, it got bacteria in his body got resistant to all the medicines over the time. That patient can transfer that antimicrobial resistance to other patient also, or to other humans also who are near to him through infections only. Global Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance. In 2015, a global action plan was set up to deal with the antimicrobial resistance, in which FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization, that is a section of United Nations headquartered in Italy, World Organization for Animal Health, took a joint action in which they asked the country to do do enough to control it, and such global efforts to contain the AMR included the WHO Global Strategy for Containment of Antimicrobial Resistance that was developed in 2001, which provides a framework of intervention to slow down the emergence and reduce the spread of the AMR. And for that purpose, Antimicrobial Awareness Week is being celebrated from 2015. Earlier, it was the Antibiotic Awareness Week was celebrated from 18 to 24th of November, but now it has been changed to World Antibiotic Awareness Week. Earlier, its theme was Antibiotic Handle with Care. Now, its theme is Antimicrobials Handle with Care after 2020. Global Research and Development Priority Setting for AMR. ग्लोबल रिसर्च पे ज़्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए, प्रायोरिटी होनी चाहिए हमारी एएमआर को डील करने के लिए, बिकॉज ओवर द टाइम इट कैन कॉज great harm to the human lives. How to keep it in check now? First of all, we'll have to stop the infections. Very first and foremost step. If we could stop the infection in the earlier stage only and prevent the spread of the resistance, we could control it then. Second, improving the antibiotic prescribing. Like we have seen that people use the antibiotics without even know that they had been infected by a bacteria, or the disease or the problem they are having is arisen out of a bacteria. They are so the better way is to consult a doctor and then take a medicine. Third, developing new drugs and diagnostic tests. Over the time, we'll have to develop the drugs to deal with these bacteria, viruses, and microbes, because the antibiotics or antimicrobial drugs or medicine that we have has already proven insufficient for us. Because many people got resistant to such to these drugs and virus. So we'll have to focus more and more on research and drug. So we'll have to develop new drugs and diagnostic tests, and this must be our focus for now. And any suggestion is welcome for the video. You can tell me what was the video quality, what is the video quality, and what should I do to improve this. Thank you.